welcome to the Farm Show. This week we're south of Audubon with Al Bergquist. Al has a beef cattle and crop farm business going here, and today we're harvesting soybeans. So we're out in the field with Al, and thanks for being with us, Al.
You're welcome.
This field was, I think did you say oats last year?
It was oats last year, yeah.
And could you fill us in on your cropping program, is how you rotate, or?
Well, 3 years ago I started switching over to no-till, and so far in this later ground I'm really liking it. Been switching over more and more every year. Next year I'm going pretty much 100%. Later ground, keeps the organic on top, holds the moisture better for me, so it really works out well for me.
Do you, okay, now what crop will this be next year then?
This will probably be corn next year. I'll just plant right into this. This is how it'll look when I plant next spring.
Well, the soybean field, it's so nice and smooth. Do you run a roller over it?
Nope.
Okay.
Just, you don't have to do any of that with the no-till. It's just been like this now for 3 years. So
because a lot of soybeans, they do roll the ground so it gets smooth.
I have a couple of fields that have rocks where it really would be I didn't do it, but it would be good to roll it just to get the rocks out. But other than that, with this no-till, it stays real smooth.
I pulled out a soybean plant here, and the pods go right close down to the ground. So because of that, you've got to have your header right on the ground so that you don't lose too many on the bottom side. And yeah, that's where rocks would be a problem.
Yep, they like to scoop them up.
Yeah. So is this a normal or average, or how do you rate this?
This crop this year is way above average. This ground is an average 25 bushel bean crop, and this year they're probably running close to 40.
Wow.
So it's an excellent year. No price, but excellent crop.
Okay. But the rains and the temperature must have been
just about perfect. We got the later rains this summer, and that really helped. You get rain in July and August, that's what makes crops.
Okay.
So.
And I see in the field there's different color, so you've got two different varieties of soybeans here?
Yep.
All right, what's the difference in the two here?
Just different brand names. This, what I'm coming out is, that's a Ray seed, and I believe I'm moving into a channel in the lighter stuff. So from what I've seen this year, it hasn't made a lot of difference in the production at all. It just seems to be pretty much the same all the way across.
Are they in the same maturity age?
Yep.
Okay. So then, how many, okay, now from the little I know about soybeans, and I'm not well informed on soybeans, you count the number of pods and peas. You got 3, are these beans or peas? What do we call them? Beans. Soybeans. So you got the pod, and now this one's got 3 in there. Is that pretty normal? 3, or what do we? 3
is probably, for around here, that's a good pod. 3 to 4. On a drier year, a lot of times I get 1 to 2 beans in a pod.
So now this year, okay. So by having a better yield this year, do you have more pods on the plant, or do you have more beans in the pod?
It could be both. The bean plant filled out all the way to the top. Normally when it dries out, they quit producing and they abandon pods. So this year that we got beans right to the top, and that's what's making the crop for us.
The truck, where are you going with your harvest today?
Audubon
elevator. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
I was visiting with your truck driver earlier. He said you were saving your bin space at home for the corn crop.
Corn. I contracted most of my beans at a little bit better price. Corn is just terrible. You can't afford to sell it right now. So I contracted the beans, and I'm selling all those right off the combine. So I'll hold on to the corn as long as I can.
Okay. And to do the job today, you got the John Deere combine with the. Do you call this a soybean header, or
it's a flex head?
A flex head, and it's got a sickle on the bottom that cuts them off, and the reel, and
it's automatic. It controls it. So it's an automatic head control.
Okay.
I just steer.
And then now you're going to use the same combine for corn harvest. So this, and you put the corn head, but you use
6-row corn head on it. 6 rows of time.
So use the same. Do you have to adjust much for the combine when you switch crops?
Readjust the concaves and cylinder speed and things like that. Other than that, it's not too.
And then you mentioned oats. What other crops you growing this year?
There is soybeans, oats, wheat, corn, alfalfa.
Okay. Yeah, you okay? You have a few.
But I'll have cattle. So I
few
actually
cattle.
raised some teff grass this year for
Okay.
hay. That was
That's the new thing, tough grass. Yes.
That was an annual grass, and that really worked out well for me. I have the cattle grazing on it right now. So
Did you cut a hay crop off of it
I
too?
took 2 hay crops off.
2 hay crops, but then okay, but that won't that won't grow back next year. So annual.
That's annual. I really like that for cattle.
Okay. The soybeans, they've really gotten popular. I'm thinking back when I was younger, there was no soybeans grown in the area, and now there's really a lot of soybeans. What are all the uses down the road? What do people use soybeans?
Oh, cattle
The
proteins,
processors.
Food sources. I guess there's all kinds of uses for it.
I know they crush the oil, and then the oil has
Yep.
uses, but
Yep. And then it's soybean meal for livestock. So yeah, there's a lot of uses. As long as the other countries keep buying them, we can keep raising them.
okay, a lot of export potential there. Okay. Well, Al, thanks for taking your time off from the combine, and we'll let you back to the combining, the harvesting, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next week on TV3 The Farm Show.